You ever launch something and then life or business just pulls you away from that? Well, that's exactly what happened with Creating Daily, but I'm back, and this time with a mission. Now, if you've listened to the show before, you're probably like, well, isn't this like your third time back? And that's exactly what happened to me was I got super busy creating content on the Amazon platform. And when I originally started the show, it was to highlight other content creators. I had a few co-hosts that would come in during certain parts of the show. I was going live all over the internet, including Clubhouse at the time. And it was a lot of fun, but there was a lot of elements to the show. It was very creative, lights, music, camera, action, all the fun things. And it was just a lot for one person to produce. And then I started doing this Amazon thing, and it started to really take off. And so my business started to explode. And I was like, okay, I have to make these really tough decisions, not only for the Creating Daily podcast, but I also had another fishing podcast that I had to hit pause on both of those and really just focus on what was growing and made the most sense for the lifestyle that I was trying to create. So now you might say, well, why are you relaunching Creating Daily now? One, I really love the name of Creating Daily, and it's something that I absolutely do. I create content every single day for various platforms, but mostly the Amazon platform. So the creator economy that we're in is constantly growing, but most creators are kind of stuck in this chasing the scraps or waiting for certain platforms to monetize, or waiting for permission to make money with their content, or waiting for their audience to get big enough. And I've actually built a system over the last 2.5 years to monetize every single piece of content that I've put out on various platforms, mostly on Amazon, but also TikTok, UGC content, different things like that. So it's really, for me, been focused on how do I monetize my skill set? How do I put together a workflow, a system that makes sense? That's just not me putting out, a show that I personally really enjoy doing, but just putting it out there in hopes that it will grow big enough to make some money off of. And so I wanted to relaunch this podcast in full transparency. This is now a top of funnel to help more people and to help more content creators. So if you're in that position, and this primarily, I'm going to talk a lot about Amazon and creating video and short form video and shoppable content and live selling content, but there's principles in here that you can learn to monetize just about any kind of content that you can make, or maybe it'll give you inspiration to start doing different types of content that can also help you monetize and create the lifestyle that you want to live. So I think when you start a business, there's a couple different reasons, or a couple different businesses you can create. One, you can create a business that is really built around giving you the lifestyle that you want to live, or you build a business to sell. That's really the only two things in my mind that come up, is like, do I want to build and scale and sell, or do I want to just build this around the lifestyle that I want to live? And so my wife and I have been able to do that over the last 5 years very successfully, which I'll share some more about that. And so I want to give you a ton of value up front, and I want to invite people as we go into a 5-day deal maker challenge that I'm going to be putting on. So I'm working on all the details. There's a waiting list on my website. You can go to billythorpe.live, and it should say like join the challenge, and you can click on there and check that out. But that's the whole reason I'm restarting this podcast, is to literally just bring a ton of value and help people start to understand the possibility that you have as a content creator of monetizing your current platforms, creating other platforms, but then honestly, at the end of the day, it's just monetizing your skill set. So these aren't going to be very long. I'm hoping to do them about 8 to 15 minutes, very solo insights from myself. There may be the occasional guest or a person that's been in my mastermind group or something to come on, but really no fluff. If you've been around me at all, I'm just trying to get straight to the point, tell a lot of stories, bring some value that way, but it's just from one creator to another creator. This is how you can do it, and this is how I've done it. Now, it might not be the exact way that you want to do it, but it might give you some other ideas, and that's what happened with me. Someone told me about the Amazon influencer program, and then I was like, oh, okay. So I looked at it for what it was, and then I looked at it for what I could do, or what I thought I could do, and I tested, and I've helped over a dozen other content creators do that as well over the last year. So if you're a creator who wants to turn your skill set into cash, or your skill set into money or an income, especially if you're an Amazon influencer looking for real recurring revenue and not just hope money, or not just maybe money is technically what I call it. I call it maybe money, where maybe somebody will click on the video, maybe somebody will watch it, maybe somebody will hit buy now, and maybe I'll get paid, or maybe I'll go viral. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm not a big fan of relying on platforms to pay. I'm really a big fan of leveraging platforms to get paid. So this is also going to be helpful for creators doing brand deals, UGC, shoppable content. And that doesn't mean just shoppable content for other people, but do you have content? Are you producing something and you just need to learn, how can I get on camera and really sell this what I'm selling? Is it a digital product, a physical product? Or maybe you're on the other side of the coin and you're a brand and you're like, I really want to learn how to work with influencers, how to work with content creators, and not have to drop thousands and thousands of dollars to do so. So if you're one of those categories, definitely hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching or listening from. And so what can you expect each week? This is a great question. Real tactics, not just motivation. So sure, I can share some motivation with you, but it's going to be tips from me. I've created over 3,900 brand deals, paid collaborations, created over 4,000 pieces of content. And it's really going to be about conversations around, community and monetizing as a content creator. So that's what it's going to be about. I'm all about community and how can I help other people do this. I've had a small mastermind group called Deal Makers Mastermind for over a year, and we've seen some amazing results. Just had a student in there close out their first over $7,000 a month, almost $8,000 a month. I've had several others that are generating thousands of dollars per month, and this isn't even their full-time focus. They're not crazy on it like I am. So you're going to see some behind the scenes stuff here of my business. So I'm going to be super transparent with you of what I can do. But if you want to fast track it, once again, go sign up for that 5-day challenge. Right now, it's just a wait list at the time of recording this first episode. But you can definitely check that out. So if you're serious about making some money with your content, subscribe, stick around. I'm going to share all this stuff with you. And if you want to fast track it, like I talked about, that 5-day challenge, go get on the wait list. And once I have more information and dates, I will definitely put that out for you. So if you are ready to take up the next step, to think outside the box, to think differently, if anyone's known me for any amount of time, I've not done anything traditionally in life, really, but definitely in the world of content creation. And I've been doing this full time for 5 years and have a very, very small audience. So if you're looking to get inspiration, get motivation, tactics, strategies that you can use and implement in your content creator business, then we'll see you in the next episode.